All right, guys, your boy Top Drop, Top with a T, aka Mr. Slay Them Things. This is known as a skunk video. I went out this morning, bluebird sky, slick calm water. Fish wasn't doing anything as far as big glide bait fishing. That's all I go out there with, guys. If I want to catch them, I can go out there with conventional, but I'm all about big fish. Big fish, no whammies. You know how we get down. It's your boy Top Drop. What we're gonna do is go over actually some rod and reel combos. This is my rod and reel combos complete setup on what I like to use. Going through the list on here. First off, guys, this is one of my favorites, if not my favorite combo. It is a F5. This is a F5 rods Ghost Code. Excellent rod. I use this for my phonies because of the fact I love this parabolic. It has a nice, decent parabolic bend to it. That's what I like about these Ghost Codes too. And then also I have it paired up with a Komodo. This is a Komodo reel. Slower gear ratio, that's all I use on my phonies and my bigger glides. This is a 6:4-to-1 gear ratio reel. And then of course I got that Gomex's Fruity Pebbles for the win. And then I got 20-pound Iser line. So I got that Izzy lined up. This is what I like to use for my slower big glides and when I'm just like slowly doing reel handle turns to kind of get those big S back and forth actions. I like to use that on definitely on my phonies. My phonies stay rigged up on this rod. Next up, F5 Swimbait Universe Collab. Another one of my bigger glide setups. Komodo, you actually see that. But this is my F5 Swimbait Universe Collab rod. Love this rod, just like the Ghost Code. I use this for my hinkles. My hinkle is one of the lures that just stay on this rod right here. So, excellent setup. You got the Gomex's handles for the win. You know, those Fruity Pebbles as always. The reason I like these handles too, man, is because they're extra grippy. They're wide enough, they're grippy, your hands don't slip off. Even in the rain, I don't have any real slippage on there. I need to tighten that down. But this is on a Komodo setup. Slower gear ratio, like reel right here. I think 6:3-to-1 also on there. And then of course, 20-pound Iser line for the win. That's another one of my combos. Everyone knows this one. This is one of the best, one of the staples of the industry for big swim baits. Also, phony. I gotta have them lined up on this. It's a Dobbin 807 right here. My Dobbin's 807 is one of my favorites also. Everything on this daggone boat's my favorite, man. These are 8-foot rods. Can't go wrong with them. Rated 3 to 10 ounce, so it's rated to carry some heavy equipment on there. And then this is a sleeper reel, guys. I see a lot of people rocking Shimano Tranks and so on. These 8.3s. About 13 fish in a goal, 6:3-to-1 gear ratio. Of course, 20-pound Iser line for the win. I got that Izzy on there. That's that phony foil, guys. But these are my setups right here. This actually has a drag clicker too. So you'll actually hear drag pulling on the 13 fishing ones, just like you would a spinning rod, which is pretty cool. So check that out. Heavy duty. I think it's like a 30-pound bulldog drag, something along that line, but it's heavy duty. So this one here, everyone knows I'm a Mega Bass guy. Gotta have it lined up on the boat somewhere. This is actually a good budget-friendly bougie rod. So that's a Mega Bass Leviathan 711 right here. This thing is gold right here. 2 to 8 ounces, super light rod. Love the reel seat on there. Had this on a Revo Beast right here. So a lot of these reels that I have are more of the, you know, compact, easy in your hand. They're 300 series reels, but they're super compact. They're built for these bigger swim baits. That's an HPH, so that's my HPH glide. Love that on here. 20-pound Izzy for the win. It's one of my favorite combos right there. Didn't even have to change the handles on these. These came with some legit handles right there, so I do like that. So let's check that out. This one here, guys, this is my newest setup. I just got this in yesterday. Love it, man. Love it, man. This was one that I should have got a long time ago. These are Leviathan rods. This is mainly for, I use it for my class right now because I wanted to use it for something. This is probably one of my heavier style lures, but this is my dedicated like hinkle trout rod. I have a couple hinkle trouts that I got that I'm getting painted. So this is definitely for that. I'm also want to use that for the KGB King Shad. These are rated 6 to 16 ounce. This thing's a beast. It chucks this K9 like a country mile. And then you can't go wrong with this reel right here. Daiwa Tatula, one of the staples of the industry. Gomex's handles, Fruity Pebbles for the win. That's a 6:3-to-1 gear ratio. Love this handle on this, guys. Extra grippy. I can't say enough about this rod. This is one of my new faves. This thing's a beast. I mean, it's pretty bulletproof. It'll wrench down on some fish. and boat flip them in the boat. We all know this. I've seen plenty of guys using this rod. Definitely get at these Leviathan. And I got an extra heavy 8-foot, but they also have other different sizes in there that you can check out. Of course, I got this on 25 pound. This is on 25 pound CXX. So just because I know I got that Hinkle on there, I don't want that bad boy to go flying in the air. So I want CXX on 25 pound on this. So this setup here, guys, this is another one of those sleeper rods. I don't see too many people really rocking. So this is a Shimano X Pride. This is their big swim bait rod. It's extra heavy right here. This is rated 2 to 10 ounce. 2 to 10 ounce rod. Of course, everybody knows Shimano K. Gold reel right here for the buck. You can't go wrong rocking Shimano's product. This is 6:6 to 1 gear ratio. And I got some 20 pound Izzy for the win. This is actually has my phony gill on here, something heavy duty. I think this almost weighs 6 ounces. That's why I have it on here. I also like this rod for my bigger wakes, so my tactical wake, and then also my PGs and my PTs when I like to wake them because of the slower gear ratio. It makes me slow down and not overwork the lure and cause it to crank down. I like to keep it up top above the grass lines. That's the way I like to fish mine. So this is also my good waking rod here. So another one, guys, St. Croix Victory. This is the Swim Bait Avenger rod. This bad boy is rated, this is 2 to 5 ounces right here. So excellent rod. This is my dedicated TSG rod. So when I'm rocking that KGB, this is basically my KGB setup for TSGs, for the crappies. Those are my go-tos on here. This is a little sleeper reel. I don't hear too many people talking about either. This is a more your Lew's. This is your Lew's Super Duty 300. So with the Gomex's handles. I get these on Amazon too, by the way, guys. But you can holler at my boy Big Country Wayne. He got them for the low over there at Swim Bait Universe. Holler at that guy. 17 pound. I downsize with my Chad Shads and my smaller glides like this. So I go like 17 pound CXX on there for the win. Love the handle. Grippy down at the bottom. No slippage. Just good all-around rod. I want to say this has a drag clicker too. I'm positive it's one of these reels that are not Shimano, the A3s, that actually have a drag clicker, and I think it's the Super Duty right here. So that's one of my other faves too. Another one of my dedicated, more smaller swim bait setups, my Chad Shads and then my TSGs and so on. I mean, it's rated 3/4 to 3 ounce. This is one of them, a good bang for the buck. This is a St. Croix Bass X rod. Love the handle, everything about it, great. This is a sleeper reel, guys. I don't see too many people rocking that Penn Squall. So that Penn Squall is a good 7:3 to 1 gear ratio. More of the fast gear glides, I use that, as you notice. Those are higher gear ratio. That was on the other rod right there, because I'm using it for like my TSGs, which I'm chopping around, cover and so on, and then moving down the bottom. You know how I like to roll up in that cover. This actually has a Spro KGB Chad Shad on here in the bone flavor because the water was a little tinged. And that's that 17 pound Izzy for the win. Let's go to the next. Another diamonds. I love my diamonds rods. When I go conventional, you actually see a lot of diamonds on my deck. The Champions you can't go wrong with. This is rated 2 to 8 ounces. A Diamond 806. Another Lew's. I got that Lew's Super Duty. I like that Lew's, man. Of course, the Gomex's handles for the win. And then this actually has one of my Hyper Shads on there. So this is a Hyper Shad. And of course, I got that 20 pound Izzy for the win on there. But another higher gear ratio, because this is more of your choppy type lure, to where you're actually going pretty fast. So I keep my higher gear ratios on stuff that's choppy. I keep my lower gear ratios on things that are like slower wide glides, like a more open water glides. That's how I like to do things. Oh, and besides that, guys, another thing, Decoy EX snaps size 3. I use snaps, tie our old school Palomar knot to it. Things that go, it's hard to break, the works. So check that out on there. Those are my EX Decoy snaps. I'm a snap guy. I rarely change because I have a lot of rods, but when I do, at least I can just unbuckle and rebuckle. Over time, though, definitely replace your snap, which is good. Just like how you would tie a knot, you replace your snap. Guys, this is my other setup. This is what I like to use for like my A-rigs, and then of course I use it for my Hyper Shad, smaller Hyper Shad, Chad Shads, etc. This is on 17 pound CXX right there. Mega Bass Destroyer, guys. It's a 711. It's the Warhammer. Only the hand of Thor touches this rod, and everybody know I'm Black Thor. I got a Daiwa Zillion for the win. This thing will burn the water up. Came with some good handles. Didn't have to replace the handles. Extra grippy, the works. But this is one of my favorite rods also. Every one of them are my favorite rods. I don't have a favorite rod. They're all my favorites, guys. They all my favorites. But I just wanted to give y'all a rundown of my setups. Not putting any more rods on the deck as far as swim baits goes. That's my complete setup for everything. I have it all lined up. If you guys want to get into the swim bait setups, definitely dedicate yourself. I would suggest, as far as like starter kits, Diamonds is great. I would go with like a Diamonds Fury. I think Buka makes one, like a nice rod that can handle big swim baits also. So, and then of course St. Croix Bass X, if you can find one of those, definitely jump on those. As far as reels go, Shimano Corrado K is probably a good budget friendly. I'm looking at things that are 200 bucks. The Komodos you can get on Amazon, those are like 200 bucks. Just pay attention to your gear ratios. If you're using bigger swim baits, have a lower gear ratio. I like to stay in like that 6 range for those, for like phonies and hinkles and so on. And then I like to go to like the 7s for more of my Chad Shads and so on, like my KGBs. Those are more choppy type glides where you can use. And then of course Hyper Shads, HPHs, and so on. So if you like more to see more videos like this, guys, where I'm actually breaking down tackle or going over tackle, definitely hit the like and subscribe to the channel. Bass Lives Matter LLC. Holla at your boy Top Drop. Appreciate the support.